Skip it up and that up.
Now, about a week ago, I posted a video talking about an 80-year-old woman who has a YouTube Let's Play channel mostly dedicated to Skyrim. And she's actually pretty decent at Skyrim. I know I got a lot of flack for me saying that, but she's 80 years old and she could hold her own in a pretty intense game. I understand that playing Skyrim doesn't require super fast reflexes, so on and so forth, but I hope, if I'm still alive at 80, I hope that I am gaming and playing games like Skyrim. I really do. Bless that woman, man. Well, another older woman is in the news. An 86-year-old woman this time is in the news when it comes to gaming, but it's not something positive, unfortunately, this time. According to the CBC, an 86-year-old woman named Christina McMillan from Ontario, Canada, was asked to pay $5,000 for supposedly illegally downloading Metro 2033. Talk about one of the most random things I heard when it comes to gaming, maybe ever. Now, Christine McMillan explained the circumstances. She got some emails, and this is what the emails had to say. They didn't tell me how much I owed. They only told me that if I didn't comply, I would be liable for a fine up to $5,000 I could pay immediately by entering my credit card number. Really? I understand this is technically legitimate, this fine that she was threatened with, but that sounds like a scam. Like, oh yeah, you owe the IRS money. If you give us your credit card number right now and give us $10,000 with your credit card, you're good to go. Seriously? Now, McMillan's internet service provider up in Canada is Cogeco, and when she contacted them and told her that she got these emails, they told her that those emails were perfectly legal under the government's new regulations that were introduced last year under the Copyright Modernization Act. Doesn't sound very modernized to me. This new law requires ISPs to forward copyright infringement notices to customers who are suspected of illegally downloading software, music, or movies. Now, like what happened in the States, like back in the early 2000s, customers are identified only through their IP addresses. So these companies who are looking to go after people have no idea. Maybe some weirdo was outside of her house and her internet's not secured and he decided to download the game. Who knows the circumstances as to which Metro 2033, this old-ass game, was, God forbid, downloaded illegally by this woman. It may have not even been her. Now, Will Knoll, who is a network security analyst and technology expert, calls it a dragnet cash grab, and I agree with him. This is what else he had to say about it. It's preying on people that don't necessarily understand the system or the technology that surrounds it, which I would say would fit 86-year-old Christine McMillan to a friggin' T. This poor woman gets these emails, probably has no idea what's going on, and she's like, holy crap, I'm going to be sued and have to go to court and owe thousands of dollars. What the hell do I do? It's so funny, man, because the MPAA and RIAA, that's in the United States, the Recording Industry and the Motion Picture Association, they still do it now. They still pull this shady shit now. But I remember back in the early 2000s when Kazaa and LimeWire and Napster were a thing, they were going after anybody, man. There could be a 10-year-old that was illegally downloading music on Kazaa, and they would try to empty out the bank accounts of that poor kid's parents. It was sick. Now, what's happening is copyright holders, such as 4A Games with Metro 2033, are hiring third-party companies to go collect money from people they feel that are pirating their game. And this is what Christine McMillan had to say about that. It seems to be a very foolish piece of legislation that somebody can threaten you over the internet. That to me is intimidation, and I can't believe the government would support such actions. Well, of course the government would, because governments throughout the world, just like the United States, are in the pocket of big corporations, and corporations go to government officials and say, hey, here's a donation to your campaign. Let us go after people who are, supposedly pirating our games and software, and hey, here's $500,000. Don't you need that for your re-election? Oh, here you go. It's legal bribes. If you think it just happens in the States, you're crazy, man. It happens all over, and I'm sure the same shit is happening up in Canada. Here's the thing that blows me away about this shoot first, ask questions later approach that these companies have to try to intimidate money out of people for illegally pirating a game. Wouldn't you want to find out maybe if Christine McMillan, I don't fucking know, owns a gaming PC that she could play Metro 2033 on, or if the ISO that she supposedly downloaded was for a PS3 or PS4, or Xbox 360 or Xbox One? Wouldn't you want to find out if maybe she owns one of those consoles? Wouldn't you want to look into some shit first before pointing the finger and saying, hey, give us $5,000 right now, $5,000. Hey, you don't want to get sued, do you? You don't want legal repercussions, do you? Hey, give us your credit card number. Pay it off. Pay it off. We'll make this shit go away. It's like an old school hustle from the mafia back in like the fucking 20s and 30s. And this is legal? This is allowed? It's so disgusting, man. It's so absolutely disgusting. Look, I've said it before. I think piracy is theft, okay? Many, many, many moons ago in the past, I've pirated myself, and as an older, more mature adult now, I realize how detrimental piracy is to the industry. I get it. And I hate the excuse of, oh, Rich, I just pirate the game first to see if I like it, and if I like it, then I'll go buy it. On PC, you have zero excuses. Both Origin and Steam have refund policies. I just used it for Infinite Warfare. I got my money back on Steam. I don't want to hear I just cracked the game and pirate the game to see if I actually like it. Hey, here's an idea. You buy the game, okay, on Steam, and if you like it, great, you could keep it. If you don't like it, you get your money back, and you get it back quick as shit. I just did it myself, okay, so don't hand me you pirate the game to try it out first. Go buy it legally, try it out, and if you don't like it, you get your money back to the penny, including tax. That's a lame-ass excuse, and especially nowadays on PC consoles, you have more of a valid reason because they don't have the same kind of return policies on consoles that they do on PC. But if you're a PC gamer and you're pirating games in 2016, that whole I want to try it first before I buy it, crock of shit, especially if you're buying the games on Origin or Steam. You could get your money back to the penny if you don't like the game. I don't want to hear the lame-ass excuses if you're pirating a PC game. But even with piracy being a major problem, and I know I pissed off a lot of people saying that piracy is a major problem, but whatever. This isn't the solution. Shooting first and asking questions later and trying to hustle money out of people through a fucking email is not the answer. Like I said, you don't know this woman's circumstances. You don't know why her IP address came up. Does she own a gaming console? Does she own a gaming PC? If she doesn't, chances are she probably had nothing to fucking do with Metro 2033 being illegally downloaded. Why don't you look into it first before just attacking? I'm so tired of this approach. The United States does the same thing, and it's not okay. This is not the solution to piracy. I don't even know what is. Piracy is such a tough thing to kill. I think it's virtually impossible to kill piracy, if not impossible. But going about it this way is just flat out disgusting, man. An 86-year-old woman, and you're not even sure of the circumstances, and you're trying to get $5,000 out of her pocket through an intimidating email. Shame on you. Shame on you, Canadian government, and shame on you, third-party company Canopy, for going after her in this approach. It is unprofessional, it is unethical, and it is flat out wrong. This is not the solution to piracy. All right, folks, this is Rich of Review Tech USA. Make sure to rate, comment, favorite, and subscribe. And as always, thank you for supporting my channel. Have a good one.